Welcome. This is the Yeshua Community, a quiet space for reflecting on the ethical teachings of Yeshua, also known as Jesus. We are not a church, and we are not a denomination. We are simply a gathering of hearts, listening to the quiet wisdom of Yeshua. We are not a movement of dogmas. We are a community of people who believe that Yeshua's way of life still speaks with clarity and beauty. To follow Yeshua means to take him as a teacher, not as a figure surrounded by theological arguments. The Yeshua path grows out of Judaism itself, keeping the simple faith in one God. We do not rely on later doctrinal systems such as the Trinity or the idea of original sin, not because they must be rejected, but because the Yeshua path does not rest on theological systems at all. Our focus is not on constructing beliefs, but on living the ethics that Yeshua taught. Human beings are capable of both good and evil because we are free, and that freedom is where our responsibility begins. We do not interpret Yeshua's crucifixion as atonement for sin. Instead, we see it as the ultimate expression of enemy love, the willingness to remain faithful to goodness even when met with violence. Yeshua's message was first directed to his own people, the Jews, calling them back to compassion, justice, and peace. But he also urged his followers to carry this teaching to all peoples, and we have received it, not as a new religion with heavy doctrines, but as a way of life open to everyone. We honor the fact that Yeshua was a Jew, teaching within the life and tradition of his own people. Jews who follow Yeshua remain Jews, and they keep the commandments of the Torah and the traditions of their heritage. Those of us who are not Jewish and who follow Yeshua are not bound to the Torah in the same way. We live by the ethical teachings of Yeshua, the call to love, to forgive, to seek peace, and to let compassion reshape the world within us, while respecting that the Jewish path and the non-Jewish path are not identical, yet can walk side by side. To follow Yeshua is to live a practical life, not a doctrinal one. It is not about believing the right theories, it is about doing the right things. It is about kindness over dogma, compassion over speculation, and ethical action over abstract belief. What matters is how we live, the choices we make, the peace we create, the mercy we show. To follow Yeshua is to practice kindness, honesty, simplicity, compassion, and above all, the love for enemies. Because the love for enemies is the most radical part of Yeshua's teaching, and the one our world most desperately needs. We do not pretend it is easy, we simply try, together. In the Yeshua community, prayer is mostly listening to our conscience, listening to the quiet pull toward goodness, listening to the call toward peace. And yes, listening to God, not in dramatic voices or miraculous signs, but in the stillness Yeshua himself sought. A place where the heart becomes quiet enough to hear what God has already whispered. God speaks through clarity, through compassion, through the longing to do what is right. Prayer is not persuading God. It is giving God our attention. It is opening ourselves to what God already desires for us: peace, honesty, and love. The Yeshua community has no leaders, no hierarchy, no exclusive membership. Anyone who seeks a gentler world is welcome here. You can belong fully, whether you are religious or not, certain or uncertain, believing or doubting. What unites us is the desire to live with kindness and to walk a path of peace. And people sometimes ask, how do I become a member? The answer is simple. If you live by the teachings of Yeshua and you feel committed to his way of compassion and peace, then you're already a member. Thank you for listening. May this space offer you a moment of clarity and a reminder that a quieter, more compassionate way of living is always possible. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings to you.